Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Am I the A-hole? Story 1. AITA for refusing to talk with my boyfriend. For context, my boyfriend and I have known each other for a long time. At the time we met I was somehow engaged with my now ex-boyfriend. We lost touch for a few years and some time ago we met again. His brother was dating my sister. He told me he likes me, but I was reluctant to tell him I do too, as he is 2.5 years younger than me. I never like younger men, not even if they were only a few months younger, but I really liked him a lot. Fast forward 6 months into our relationship, he proposed. And I said yes. I am allergic to gold, so the ring was silver but very beautiful and elegant. We have been engaged for 2 months now. Yesterday I found out that my cousin, same age as me, got engaged 2 months ago. A little clarification: because of our family and how much they like to overreact and dramatize, we both decided to keep it a secret. Only her mom and mine know, and now each other. I was so excited for her and for the fact that we got engaged almost at the same time, something we dreamt about since we were kids, and I told my boyfriend. He was happy for her and we went out like usual with my sister and his best friend, went to a fair in another city. I thought everything was good. I got home and he texted me, we do not live together yet, and he is still in university, so still living with his parents while I live with my sister, that he felt like I was forcing him to propose to me now that my cousin is engaged. I asked him what was he talking about, as he already proposed, and he said that he didn't expect me to really take it seriously as it was just a joke. I asked him what does he mean, since I asked him the day he proposed if he was serious, and he said yes, and we even talked about how we were going to move in together in the summer and how we were going to get married next year after his graduation, things he brought up at the time, not me. He said again that he was only joking, not meaning it, and that he didn't expect me to take it so seriously. He also said that the ring was just a gift and that it doesn't actually mean anything. So I placed the ring in its box and told him I will stop wearing it since it does not mean anything. He got mad at me and told me I am a drama queen who can't take a joke. I explained to him just how hurt and betrayed I feel, because now I feel like he doesn't take our relationship seriously either. I told him that proposing to someone as a joke is not even funny, and I can't even comprehend why he would do it. I just feel like he broke me and I don't know how to piece myself back together. Now here I might be the asshole, because I did what I do best and I ignored him all day today. And now he is bombarding my phone with messages saying that I am an asshole for getting mad at him for no reason. So, AITA? Edit. So I saw some people were confused because I forgot to mention our ages. So he is 22 and I am turning 25 in a few months. Now to the update. So I still have not spoken to him, but I did take a trip out of town to meet up with my cousin and talk to her about everything. She always helped me in situations involving my love life, and keeping me updated about the shit my ex talks about me to my family behind my back. Her brother and my ex are best friends, so yes, he talks badly about me to my aunts and grandparents. After I spoke with her she was shocked, perhaps as shocked as I was. So for a few hours we just sat there and spoke. Her thoughts were that maybe he felt pressured to have a wedding more beautiful, or perhaps thought that now he is in some kind of competition. In my country, family members like sisters and cousins can't get married the same year, as it is bad luck and believed to bring ill to the new families. About planning and going through with the wedding, as we both were planning on going to the courthouse in September 2024. For context, this was just a coincidence. We did not talk before setting the dates, it was just as soon as it was convenient. Her fiancé is a year younger. We have a thing for raising them, for all 4 of us. So I guess she might be somehow right, but I think there is more to it. So I came back early this morning and went to his parents' house, as I knew he wouldn't be there to speak to her mom. Turns out she also knew about the engagement. He never told me she did, and she was confused about why I broke it. I simply stared at her, telling her I never broke anything, and showed him the conversation I had with her son. She was speechless for a few minutes before asking me to bring up his location on my phone. All of us share out locations through an app, both his family and mine, because of safety reasons, and it showed me his frozen location at university. She then opened her app, seeing the same thing. We asked his father to open it and lo and behold he was only 2 minutes away from his house. At his exe house. We got in the car, I love this woman so much, and went spying. We couldn't see them because they were inside and the curtains were shut but we saw them when he came out to leave. They were funking kissing. We went back to his house and waited for him there as he came on foot. He was shocked to see me there. His mom asked where he's been all day and he said university. She asked him if university moved into his ex's name house and he just froze looking at me. The rest of it is boring but we got him to talk. Apparently he broke up with her because she was saying she doesn't have a BF while being with him so he dropped her but they kept in touch. She was jealous when we got together but told him I will never be as good as her for him, so when he proposed she freaked out and cut him off. But he texted her too the night I told him about my cousin saying how he realized he can't tie his life to me when he kisses me thinking of her. So he told me the proposal was a joke and told his mom that I broke the engagement because he thinks I have someone else and I plan to leave him. So right then and there I did dropped him. I broke up with him wishing him all the best with his ex and his mom kicked him out to go live with one of his uncles if they want to take him in. I really hope they as a family mend their relationship but as for me, I am out of it in their lives. Thanks for reading I guess. Story 2. Wibda if I removed the ugly Christmas decorations my colleagues put up on my desk. What the title says, my colleagues got a little excited to set up Christmas decorations this year and started early, a few days before Thanksgiving, and decorated their cubicles but they didn't stop there, they decorated my cubicle too. And only mine other than their own. I think normally I would have been okay with this but the decorations they put up are tacky and ugly and I'm just worried that people are going walk by thinking I did this myself and I do not want these horrible decorations associated with me. What should I do? Story 3. AITA for sending unwanted food to my roommate's grandparents who give us expired food. For context my roommate doesn't have a spine when it comes to her grandparents. She just doesn't know how to say no, and they use her for free to cheap labor around their house, and most infamously sending us all their unwanted food which 7/10 is expired. This pawning off of food onto us happens frequently that it is expected and even joked about in my apartment. Sometimes that it's not expired it's decent food, so there is an upside. Would I be the asshole if as a prank I had my roommate give them some old sprinkles no one in this house likes, along with some salt we hate? I mean I am coming from place of some malice since they never check the expectation dates and it annoying to deal with, and it's food we won't eat. Wibda. ETD, let me clear something up. 1. I'm not trying to give expired food, these sprinkles were bought a few months ago. The grandparents in question are about 69 and 72 years old, and that even the grandparents refer to it as fringe clearing. Also I do agree and know that this is definitely a petty thing on my part. Also that some of these expired foods are actually unsafe to eat, and were almost consumed before we noticed the mold. Story 4. Wibda for being upset my fiancé didn't get me more Christmas presents. We were tight on money this year, so after I got him a couple of presents I asked him if he wanted to stop at 2 or 3 presents for each other and he said he planned on getting me 6 of 7 gifts as soon as he got paid, so I took that as a sign that I should get him a few more gifts. This will be the 3rd year in a row where I've watched the pile of presents I bought over the month add up under the tree, but not a single one for me is there. The first year we were together he forgot to get me anything at all until I started crying about it Christmas Eve and he went out and got me some gifts. Last year he said the gifts wouldn't arrive until after Christmas and they just never showed up. A few days ago he told me he just ordered my gifts, and the 2 things he ordered me wouldn't be getting here until January. He already told me what he was getting me. One of the things is rather expensive so I don't feel like he isn't spending a lot on my financially, but I don't feel cared for. I wanted small things that showed he cared. I purposely sent him photos of inexpensive things I liked all month explicitly saying I'd love something like this for Christmas. I told him I wanted to do stockings for the first time this year and put his in an obvious spot so he could see that it already been filled. I asked him just now if he wanted to do mutual stockings and he said he didn't. I told him I already made him a stocking, which is why I asked, and he was just like, oh, I didn't get you anything. I don't want to cry in front of him again and risk guilting him into getting me more things. I feel like I am an asshole for letting it bother me so much because I know one of the gifts I'm getting is pretty expensive and we're tight on money this month. Am I being ungrateful? I wanted to edit to add that he actually hasn't ordered the expensive gift yet. He said he'd have to wait until we had more money, and I was totally okay with that and said he didn't even have to get it for me. I'm not worried about monetary value, I just like feeling like he actually took time and effort to make me feel appreciated. Second edit to answer some common. Story 5. AITA for not swapping seats so a mother and her daughter could sit together. Yesterday my 22M girlfriend and I went to the movies to go see Barbie. I purchased our tickets a few days before, and got us seats next to each other in the middle row. When we got into the theater, a woman and her daughter were in our seats. I'm not sure how old the daughter was, but she looked about 5 or 6. I let the woman know that they were our seats and I even showed her the tickets. She said when she purchased her tickets they only had 2 seats available, one in the front row and another in the far back. She said she wanted to sit next to her daughter and she didn't want her sitting that far away from her, so she asked if my girlfriend and I could swap seats. I told her that wasn't my problem and I paid for those seats, so I politely asked her if they would get up. The woman said she understood I paid for the seats, but I didn't have to be rude and inconsiderate. Before the conversation went any further, someone who overheard us said they would swap seats with the woman and her daughter. As we were leaving the theater, my girlfriend said she felt bad for the woman and giving up our seats would have been the right thing to do, and I was being a bit inconsiderate. At first I didn't think I did anything wrong. I paid for those seats and the woman purchased the tickets knowing she wouldn't be able to sit with her daughter. Now I'm starting to feel a little bad because of what my girlfriend and the woman said. AITA? That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.